I was reminded this last week of several groups wanting to join into a collective fast leading into the new year. I think that's beautiful, and I think that's a wonderful thing. And on that note, I think it's also important just to remind folks, and I think it's pretty well known at this point, but the new year based on the Gregorian calendar and, Julius Caesar, the Pope, that happened several decades after the death of Christ. That's based in the paganistic system. That's built around man's calendar, not the calendar that God initially created. And when we think about it, just some of it from a very logical, just like a very sensical standpoint, why would God create the new year when a new year is resolute and symbolic of redemption? Why would he start that in the middle of the winter and not in spring? When the real new year, of course, is somewhere between March and April. I forget the exact date. But it's springtime, when everything is in a state of rebirth and renewal. And spring is intimately tied into Passover. And because of this, we get caught up with the Gregorian calendar. Like everything is like, get your New Year's resolutions in order, but it's about redemption. And I think a lot of the times people end up getting even stressed out because I think God's timeline versus our perceived timeline gets overlapped, and sometimes it creates a spirit of confusion or feeling like we're running behind when you see, your tangible reality, and it's like, oh man, this isn't lining up. Not like it's not good to get things in order, but there is a preparation behind this season. And this season is ultimately meant to rest and prepare and gather one's strength for the coming new year. When we look to the Bible saying, do not conform to this world, God is using the winter to ultimately prepare us for redemption and deliverance. It's not a season to be in this frantic rush to be someplace. We're right where we're supposed to be. This is preheating the oven for deliverance. Some biblical examples is when we look at Passover, when we look at the Pentecost, when we look at Jesus's ministry, and as well as his resurrection. All of these events began in the springtime. No coincidence. It's divine order.